Hello there, everybody, and today I'm reviewing another Star Wars novel, that being Star Wars The Clone Wars, Secret Missions 1, Breakout Squad. So I think this is written by the same author who wrote Ezra's Gamble. That book was a lot of fun. Check out my review on it. But this book takes place immediately after the Malevolence arc of the Clone Wars. And honestly, this book could fit the new canon since this book was written before Disney bought Star Wars and the Clone Wars was at its peak with seasons 1 and 2. And some people thought those seasons weren't great, but I enjoyed them overall. They may not be the best of quality for animation at the time, but as we know, the Clone Wars evolved. And with that, it involved with these books as well. So this book was definitely a surprise for me. It was very short, 13 chapters. I only got through it probably for 2 weeks since I was taking some breaks when reading the book. But what made this book really fun for me is I love the obscurity they use for the characters. Like it's basically about a Jedi Padawan who loses his master. Who he doesn't die, but he goes missing during a mission where a group of clones, the Breakout Squad, all get separated on a planet for a mission they were on, but now they have to survive on this planet to get the intel for whatever mission they're on. But the squad for this book was definitely interesting. It reminded me a little bit of the Bad Batch, but not really. It was just it's not like hypersensitive clones like the ones with the powers like the Bad Batch where they got unique abilities. These clones they got their own names throughout the book, and they even got some pictures of them through when I was looking up this book. But the main thing that surprised me also was the appearance of Cad Bane. So in the timeline, when the show came out, it was originally that Hostage Crisis was the first time we saw Cad Bane, but in the chronological order, it's really the Holocron heist for Cad Bane's first appearance in the show. But as for his appearance in this book, it was definitely surprising. He plays a very suspicious bounty hunter who tricks the clones and the Jedi, and he actually manages to kidnap the Padawan's master in this book, which is revealed at the end of the book. Spoilers. But probably my favorite character in this book was the Jedi Padawan. His name was Nikru, I think his name was. Nukru, I'm sorry if I got the name wrong, but his species is the Chiss, which is the same one as Grand Admiral Thrawn, and he's from the Unknown Regions. And we actually get references to the Unknown Regions in this book, which I thought was really nice. But seeing this Chiss Jedi was super cool. Ever since I got this book when I was little, I always loved the cover, just seeing that one random Jedi in the background. I thought he was the best part of this book. Also, the clones themselves, they got their own unique names. Knuckles, not from Sonic, but we also got Breaker, we got Sharp, Locke, who dies sacrificing himself in this book like all the other clones. Probably my favorite one was Chatterbox, who doesn't talk in this book. He's the silent clone trooper like Captain Fordo. And they mainly get separated in this book, the clones, and we get scenes where the clones are trying to find their way to get to contact the Jedi Temple, or we see Nikru trying to find a way to team up with the clones to sneak into the battle droid factory in this book. But the main thing they do is that they team up with this one lady. I forget her name in this book, but her character, she runs a diner, and I don't know if she's going to become the love interest of this book, since I've not read the other sequels to this book, which I'd love to track down. But she also has a droid named Breaker, I think his name is, his name is Clever. He basically was a diner droid, and he gets shot during a fight, and the clones basically rebuild him into a commando droid, which I thought was super cool, and he basically just becomes the badass droid in this book, which I thought was super nice. But Cad Bane, of course, in this book, backstabs the clones and the Jedi in this, and he manages to get away with the Master, which we wonder what happens to him in this book after they get separated. And it's revealed that he is taking him to Dooku and Sidious. And it reminds me of how Dooku was trying to get other Jedi apprentices throughout the Clone Wars. I thought that was an interesting part of the Legends timeline. But since he had Ventress, Quinlan Voss, a few other Jedi in the Star Wars Republic comics, which I wanted to track down, of course. But, yeah, this book was definitely really cool to watch. I can just picture how this is an episode of the Clone Wars. And honestly, every time I read something that ties into the Clone Wars, I'm thinking, why isn't this an episode? Honestly, they would do an episode like this of the show. It would be cool to get another Jedi character that's obscure. Like, I love finding out about obscure Jedis throughout this book. But if you know about the other sequels for this book, definitely tell me below. And yeah, I'd like to check them out and see where the story goes, since this is part of the early timeline for the Clone Wars. So yeah, I don't know what the next book I'm going to review. It's for Star Wars. It's going to either be Brotherhood or New Dawn, which I bought recently. So be on the lookout for whenever I make the time to review those books. So anyway, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.